Good morning, students. Welcome to the history class. I hope you are fine at home. Please open page number 95 of your history book. Today, I would like to discuss and conclude this lesson with the discussion of discussion about Aurangzeb as a ruler and the reasons for the decline of the Mughal Empire. With this, we are going to conclude the lesson. If you remember, we have discussed in live class, but in detail, I would like to do it once again. Aurangzeb, as a ruler, was a devout Muslim. He fully and completely lived a life of a true Muslim. So it is written he was devout Muslim and lived an ascetic life, a life true to the Islam, and abolished music, dance, any art representations, and wine. All those things he banned from his court. He built the Badshahi Masjid in Lahore and then many other court. About his religiosity is seen when he built Moti Masjid in Red Fort, and here it shows that he is how faithful he was about the Muslim Islam. But he committed especially two errors. What are the two errors that he committed? Number one is that he reimposed the jizya and pilgrim taxes on the Hindus or other non-Muslims. That is what. Next one is he did not keep up the policies of Akbar regarding the Rajput policy of Akbar. The Rajput policy of Akbar, he failed to continue, and so slowly these Rajput kings did not support him, and then they moved away and established their own power. The relations grew worse when Raja Jaswant Singh of Marwar died, and Aurangzeb supported Indra Singh, his grandnephew, to be the next ruler instead of his the Jaswant Singh's son. He agreed the Rajput nobles who rose against Aurangzeb in support of Raja's son, that is Ajit Singh. The conflict that ensued henceforth was the long drawn one and continued thereafter also. So these are the things that as a ruler he succeeded as well as he failed to do. Next one is the reasons for the decline of the empire. The war of succession. One of the most important reasons of the decline of the Roman Empire was the War of Succession. Here, brothers started fighting against themselves for the throne to succeed the predecessor, that is their fathers, the kings, and for that lot of bloodsheds were practiced. Aurangzeb's actions against the Deccan policy resulted the center being weakened. So he concentrated most of his life, let us say 24 years, in Deccan, in South Indian kingdoms, to conquer them. But that emptied the treasury, capital treasury. Next one is the failing economy. The economy failed as it was spent and expenditure was less. Weak successor is another important reasons for the decline of the Mughal Empire. When he was absent in the north for 24 years, you see, the nobles started being powerful. They controlled, they had the most of them, they were controlling the empire. Indirectly they became powerful. Foreign invasions. Among foreign invasions, Nadir Shah invasion and the plunder that he did weakened the empire as a whole. And then the revolts, we have seen the 5-6 revolts, among them the Marathas. Marathas revolt also was a great trouble for the Mughal to keep up the empire. That is here the next one is the British East India Company. The coming up of the Britishes, that also, and then they gained, not only coming and having trade, that is fine enough, but then they had started the political power, developing the political power that weakened the empire. So these are the things that you need to concentrate on, and please go through this text about the administrations and the rise and fall of the Mughal Empire. Next one is so this part, as I have told, you need not concentrate. Mainly whatever we have discussed, that is fine enough, but here art and literature, architecture and literature, the cultural development under Mughal Empire, that we are going to skip. Okay. Next one is the summary of what he has. We have seen that is, you just tick. I will not go from top to down, but down to top I am going to do it. Okay. The Mughal rulers had a very fine sense of aesthetic, and this was the finest art of this. You don't concentrate on this, that means you delete it. Rise of the power like Marathas and other smaller kingdom was a blow to the empire. Yes, it's correct. Tick it. Nadir Shah's invasion and plunder weakened the empire. That also is keep up. There was no fixed laws of succession under the war of succession. There was no fixed law for the succession. Aurangzeb's successors were weak and not worthy or skilled enough to hold up to the empire. This also is correct. Long wars emptied. This also is correct. Deccan policy. His long war emptied the state's treasury, so he imposed jizya. This also is important. He spent half of the nearly 50 years of his reign in waging wars. 25 years in Deccan alone. That is also fine. Aurangzeb ascended the throne after imprisoning his father Shah Jahan. Is correct. Shah Jahan's reign was marked by splendid architectural and growing economy. Yes, correct. After Jahangir, Shah Jahan came to power. His period was called the Golden Age of Mughal Empire. Who? Shah Jahan's period of empire is known as the Golden Empire. During Jahangir's reign, the Captain William Hawkins and Sir Thomas Roe came to the court of Jahangir. Yes, it is true. Important point. And Jahangir, on ascending the throne, continued with Akbar's policy of consolidation of the Mughal Empire. This is fine enough. So, except the last point, all other points are important. So, this is what, my dear students, please go through. Keep it in mind and then do your exercises. In next live class, we will be discussing the little bit if there is any problem in the exercises. Okay. Otherwise, I am going to complete this and then conclude this lesson. Okay. So, thank you very much.